Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now, on the last two episodes we've covered in keys and in 31. So now we've got in place our little program to move a character around the screen using Q for up, A for down, P for right, O for left, and it's also on joystick, Kempstone, joypad control. We're moving the character A around the screen. Okay, I've made a few changes, as you may see. I've moved stuff down a bit inside the program. I've renumbered a few lines just to give us a bit more space. So from 160, look, it bounces right to 300. So I've opened up a gap there because we need to put some commands in there for when we do our collision detection. You'll notice at 115 we've got a REM statement now that says game loop. Okay, now that game loop is basically, it's just a memo for the programmer. So when you're making a program, it's just a title, if you like, for that part of the program. So it makes it easier for you to find as the program gets longer. I've also line 100, y equals 3. So our vertical position of our character is at line 3. And it goes across now to our horizontal column 16. So that's where our character is now sitting, and you'll see in a minute why I've done this. I've created a little scene, so a gaming scene, if you like, for our character to move around in, so that I can explain how the collision detection works. So as you can see, there it is. So line 45 is our game scene. I'll put a title, collision detection, that will print up on the screen. As you can see, I've used the hashtag just to create something for us to have a play with, just as an example for the purpose of this video. I've got a loop in there, line 55, for A equals 6 to 19. And as you can see, I've put print at A, so A equals 6, yeah? And then I've got a hashtag and a big space and another hashtag. And then I've got next day. So that will run that loop, basically. So it will run from 6 to 19. And then it will stop and go to line 60. I'll run it so you can see what I've done. Also, line 90, I've put a block that's flashing in blue colour. And there it is. So that's the little scene that I've created. Changed the coordinates of our character A. So basically, so I can't get up to where it says collision detection, because we don't want our character wiping that out. At the moment, I can run through this and wipe all that out because I've got no collision detection in place. All right. So that's like our little maze. So what I want to do is when A hits a hashtag, it's just going to throw him back up. All right. So you've basically, the object is to try and get to the blue square to complete the game. All right. And there's, like I said, this is just an example of how we can do collision detection. And I'm going to use the command screen strings, which we're going to use to detect the hashtag. And I'm going to use coordination detection for our flashing blue block. Now the reason why I'm not using screen strings for the flashing blue block is screen strings will not pick up user-defined graphics or the graphics on the numbers that are on the Spectrum keyboard. Alright, so this is why I've left this big gap. So if I just go list 100, so the reason why I left the big gap is because I want to put those commands between 160 and 300. Gives us enough room to play around and put stuff in there. So let's get on with it. 170, okay? We're going to go if, okay? Screen strings, capital shift, symbol shift again, press the letter K. We then put open bracket. We want to put our coordinates from a line of 310, which is the coordinates of our character. So that's y, comma, x, close bracket. So we're saying screen strings, yx. which is our character, if it equals the hashtag, then let's do something. So let's beep. Now I won't be able to hear the beep when I run this because I'm running this through a OBS video capture card and I can't hear the sound, so it won't actually do anything my end, but hopefully you'll hear it your end. And I'm going to put let y equal 3, let x equals 16, so it jumps back. All right, now we may have to tell it to reprint the hashtag. Let's run it and find out. Whoops, I forgot to put the command then, because we need it to do something. So when it's done the screen string, we then need to beep. All right, so let's run it and see what happens. So let's just touch one of the hashtags. Oh no, it worked. So we don't have to reprint it. So every time we hit a hashtag now, it will beep and throw him back out. Okay. So now we need to create a coordination detection for our flashing blue block. Right. So 180. If y equals, and if we look at line 90, we can see that our flashing block is located on line 19. So it'll be y equals 19, and our horizontal is 10. Okay, so then we want it to do something. So I'm going to make it beep. Whoops. Just put any old numbers in there, and I'm going to demonstrate the for and next command again to create a loop. So if for b equal 1 to 40, and I'm going to incorporate that into our beep command. So I'm just making these beep numbers up. So what will basically happen now is we've put a loop in there. So when the block is hit, it will make a zippy beepy noise. And what I'm going to do is, because I can't hear my OBS capture device, so I won't know whether or not it's hit it. So I'm just going to put something down in the left hand corner of the screen so I know it's worked, because I've got no audio my end for some reason, and I don't know why. I'm just going to put well done. All right. And then I'm going to clear the screen and then go to 45. So what's happening there is our character y and x is hitting 19 and 10. It's going to beep. It's then going to play a loop which has been incorporated into another beep command. When it's finished that, it'll then print well done. And I'll tell you what we haven't done. We haven't put the next command in there so that it actually does it. Okay. So when it's finished, it will then clear the screen and it will go back to the beginning of the beginning of the program, which is line 45. So let's see what happens. So yeah, our detection's working on the screen string command. And just going to guide our character A down to the blue box without hitting a wall. Come on. This is why I don't play games, because I am useless at video games. I like making them, but I hate playing them. Come on, can I do it without... Oh, for goodness sake. This could be a long video. Well, at least we know it's working. I'm just a bit heavy-handed with the keys, I think. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's not make this a long video. Oh. There we go. It's working. So, there you go. Simple. Simple use of screen strings and coordination detection. And, you know, you've got the footprint now of something there that we could build on. Got the potential to build a game. Make some improvements, maybe make a better maze, make some objects that we've got to hit, some moving objects perhaps. But we'll cover something else in the next video. But for now, I'm going to wrap that one up. And just to add, I have created a Facebook group, and I'll put the description below the video. So join up there. If you like the content, then please consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Hit me a like, leave me a comment, and all that's left to say is take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one.